Hello everyone, and welcome to this extended track guide on Bahrain Paddock Layout. This is a way shorter version, where after the first 2 turns you immediately skip half the track and go to the long left-right-hander. It's an easy track to learn, with some key points you have to nail. This track is also pretty slippery at the surface, so I've upped the TC a little bit. Today we will not only be talking about general braking points and track limits, but also about pit entry and exit, do's and don'ts, and overtaking opportunities. This hot lap is driven with the stock setup, so you can also use this guide for the fixed LMU GT3 series. The ABS, brake balance and TC settings are here on the screen. These settings are way better than default in my opinion, and help greatly with trail braking and corner exits. We are driving the BMW today. This car has insanely good top speed and is really stable and predictable. Hopefully this guide will help you with mastering this track. Coming up to turn 1, this is the hardest braking zone of the track, so make sure you don't miss it. Watch for the 150 meter board and the little side road. You need to brake in between these two. Brake hard all the way to the outside, and at the end of your braking, let off fast to rotate the car to the apex. I like to go all the way on the white line for a better entry, but some people prefer to go on the curb. In my testing, it made the braking inconsistent. At the apex, you need to hit the curb, but watch out that you don't go over the white line. Accelerate out of the corner and try to really lean on the TC. Watch that you don't come out too wide, as you need to immediately set up for the second corner. Somewhere around here should be fine. For turn 2, it's really important that the TC doesn't kick in too much. You can do this by trying to really get the weight of the car to the right before hitting the curb. Also try to be gentle with the steering input, and watch out that you don't come out too wide on the outside curb. Right at the apex of turn 3, you need to start braking already for turn 4. Brake hard in a straight line to the outside of the track. When you start approaching the edge of the track, release the pressure of the brake and start trail braking towards the apex of this corner. Don't go on the yellow off-track part, as this is really slippery. Right before you hit the curb on the inside, start going on the throttle again and really lean on the TC. In the BMW, I found that attacking this curb hard gave me the most time. But in a car that is not as good over the curbs like the Ferrari, it's better to just hit the red and white curb. Use all the track on exit, but make sure the car is nearly straight before touching the yellow section. It's got very little grip, and the rear will snap out if you're still loaded up. You can just cut straight across these curbs coming up to turn 5. Try to get to turn 5 in the shortest way possible. For turn 5, watch for the second blue part on the ground and brake alongside it on the curb. You need to brake earlier than in the normal layout for this corner. Before approaching the braking zone, go all the way to the outside on the red and white curb. This way you can open up the entry of the corner more. Approaching the corner, trail brake towards the apex and try to hit the inside red and white curb. But don't go more on the inside, as it's really slippery. In my testing, it was way faster in the BMW to take a narrow line and really lean on the throttle and TC to rotate the car. You don't need a good exit out of this corner, because of the corner that is coming after. But in some cars it might be faster to take a wider line. See what works for you. Both should be correct. For turn 6, go all the way on the outside of the track. This way you open up the corner and you can have a way better entry for the long right-hander. Let off the throttle to rotate the car more and try to do a later apex on the red and white curve. You should hit the apex somewhere around here. Try not to come out too wide, as you need to start braking for turn 7 already. From turn 7 we go to thanking you all guys for the support on the last couple of videos. It has been really amazing that I can help so many people with my track guides. Also, don't forget to check out my stream. We went from P4 to P1 in the first sector of Spa, for example.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, we have a good side, we have a good side. Let's send it, let's send it. We have always blocking me. And we have P3. And we have P2. You are watching the worst tier 1 streamer. Getting crashed out in a whoosh. No, he is not. And he is getting P1. Come on! Yeah, you can defend all you want. Bye bye! No match for the BMW. Now back to the video. For turn 7, set the car up on the lower part of the red and white curb and watch for the aphis board on the right or where the curb starts making a turn. Brake about 10 meters before the aphis board or 50 meters before the curb starts to bend. There's no real good brake marker for this one, so try to get a feel for it. Brake in a straight line and after that goes towards the apex. Try to hit the red and white curb but not outside of it, as this will unsettle the car. You need to go on the gas before the apex so you can rotate the car on throttle. You should really be able to mash the throttle and lean on the TC if done correctly. As you can see, the car rotates really hard on exit. Go over the exit curb, keeping two wheels within the white lines and only go back on track after the curb ends. Because sometimes your wheels can clip the higher part of the curb. Don't do this if you go over track limits, as this will result in an orange track limit penalty instead of a yellow one. Now coming up to the last turn, you need to look for the 100 meter sign. For this corner I like to brake slightly to the left, so the car naturally ends up on the outside curb on entry. This way you have a better entry line for the last turn. Watch out that you don't touch the outside part of the track. Trail brake towards the corner and here you can really attack the curb. You need to go all over the curb to have the best angle in this corner. But watch out that you don't go over track limits. Go on the gas immediately after the curb and try to rotate the car on throttle. On exit, watch out that you don't hit the higher part of the outside curb or go off track, as this will really lose you a lot of time. This time was a 1:22.371. When you are just starting out in sim racing, you should aim for a 1:28. Someone who does lower tier daily or league racing should aim for a 1:25. Someone who does higher tier daily or league racing should aim for a 1:22.5. And the absolute aliens drive around 1:21.8. For the pit entry, you follow the white line and brake right when you cross the white dotted line. Hit your pit limiter and you should be at 60 at the line. For pit exit on warm tires, you can go more towards the middle of the track after the white line ends. Don't cross the white line earlier, as this will give a track limit warning. For pit exit on cold tires, you want to do the same and really take it easy on the brakes, as you can easily overshoot this corner. Try to really rotate the car in the hairpin on throttle. Although I don't really get a warm feeling from this track, I do like racing on it. Your best overtaking opportunity is turn 1. You have a decently big straight and hard braking zone for turn 1. Watch out here that you give each other space, as it can become pretty tight here. People also really like to send it in this corner from really far, so keep an eye out for that. Second best overtaking opportunity is turn 5, as you have a decently long straight with a big braking zone. Here you can take wildly different lines in the sweeping left-right-handers to outsmart your opponent. There's also a decent overtaking opportunity at the last corner. Here you can surprise your opponents, but most of the time it's better to wait for turn 1.